So today we're going to look at parallelograms. A parallelogram is a four-sided figure, okay? It is not a square. There are many four-sided figures, okay? You can have a square, or a rectangle has four sides, or a rhombus, or it could just be some random shape like this. Okay, it's still got four sides. It looks like a triangle with the tip cut off, okay? In these parallelograms, basic parallelograms have some properties to them, okay? And so I'm going to draw one up here. And what I will tell you is if they are on opposite corners, they are equal to each other. So if we look at this, and you might want to write yourself some notes, and if we were to label just a blank one, and the insides, it's got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, what that's saying is 1 and 3 are equal. Okay, also 4 and 2 would be equal. Okay, so across from each other are equal to each other. Okay, and that's something important you're going to have to know today. Okay, now on the flip side of that, the same sides, if you could draw them on the same sides, those add up to 180. So if we were to look at this, 1 and 2, okay, is going to equal 180. So 1 plus 2 is going to equal 180. Okay, 2 and 3 would equal 180. 4 and 3, or 3 and 4, would equal 180. And then what's the last one? 4 and 1. Okay, so 4 and a 1 would equal 180. Okay, so you could draw a straight line all the way around, and this one plus this one is going to equal 180. This one plus this one is going to equal 180. This one plus this one. Okay, and so those are the two properties when we're looking at parallelograms. And so you have to look and say, well, are they on the same side? Okay, could you connect the two, like connect the dots? Could you draw a line and connect the dots without skipping any corners? If the answer is yes, then they're going to add up to 180. If the answer is no and they're across from each other, then that means they're equal. So if you look at number 1, are they on the same side or are they opposites? They're opposites, okay? So we can go from here to here, okay? And it looks like up there, okay? So if one is 50, what's the other one going to be if it's opposite? 50, okay? So you could draw a 50 in on here anywhere you'd like. Okay, look at 3. Are they on the same sides or opposites? Or is it a diagonal? They're same-siders, okay? So a diagonal, you know what a diagonal is, okay? This would be a diagonal line, and so we can tell that they're on the same side, okay? So if they're on the same side, what do they add up to be? 180. So you could take this one, which is what? It's a square. What does that mean? 90 plus, we don't know, a question mark, okay? So you could fill that in for x, equals 180.
Wouldn't we have to minus 90 on both sides?
Minus 90 on both sides. It's going to be 90. And if they all have 90, what kind of shape is that? It's a square. Okay? And you can clearly tell by looking at it that it's kind of a square, but maybe it's not, okay? It could be 89. It looks very close. And so it's just kind of a matter of looking at these. So if you look at 5, are they opposites or on the same side?
Opposite.
They're opposites, which means they're equal. Okay, so if this one is 81, what does that one got to be? 81. I don't know. I made it last night late. Okay, so look at 7. Are they at same sides or opposites? Same sides. So what is it going to be? It equals 180. Okay, and so we could say 60 plus, it has a question mark, but we can put plus x. 60 plus x equals 180. Okay, and so what do we need to do? Subtract 60 from both sides. And that's going to give you what?
120.
120. Okay, so you could fill that in over here and say 120. This thing is 120. Okay, now I want you to just think, once you have two angles, you could definitely solve for the rest. If this one is 60, what does this one have to be?
60.
60. If this one is 120, what does this one got to be? 120.
120.
Okay, and so you can really pick any angle and solve for the rest, okay? And so if it makes you feel better to do this because you're not really sure what it's asking, do that. It's totally fine. Okay, it's a lot more work if you don't need to. So are these same sides or opposite sides?
Same side.
Same side, so it needs to look like what? 58 plus what? Plus x, or our question mark, equals 180.
Minus 58 from both sides.
Minus 58 from both sides. So I got x equals, it's going to be 122. Oh no, this is not all we're doing. Okay, look at number 11. Are they on same sides or opposite sides? They're on opposite, so if that's 135, what does the other one got to be? 135.
Wait, so only if on the same side where it's like you have to add it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 13, is it same sides or opposite sides?
Same side.
Same sides, so what's it going to look like?
138 plus x equals 180.
Equals 180.
Minus 138 on both sides.
Minus 138 on both sides. So we got x equals 180 minus 138. So 42.
Please lay down.
I wish I could.
I think she's talking to the dog.
I knew it.
She has a cat, McNugget. I forgot the other one's name.
I was talking to Link. Not just
Link,
my
that's what
window.
it is. Alright, the next section is the same-ish, okay? It's a little more difficult. It's the same concept, though. Okay, so are they on the same sides or opposite sides?
Opposite.
They're on opposite sides, which means they're what? They're equal. Okay, so I can set this one equal to this one. Okay, so write that out. 10x equals 11x minus 8. Okay, because now there's variables on both sides. Okay, where do letters always go?
What?
To the left. Okay, so what needs moved? I got 10x equals 11x minus 8.
10x and 11x.
Yeah, so something needs moved over. Okay, the 10x, is that on the left side already? Yeah. Okay, so now we move over the other side. I got 11x on that side, so that needs moved. How do I move that 11x? Minus 11x. Minus 11x. Okay, so 10x minus 11x is going to be negative 1x equals negative 8. What's our last step? Divide by negative 1.
X equals -8.
What's a negative divided by a negative?
Positive. X equals 8.
X equals 8. Okay, and so that's what they wanted you to do. And so the concept is the same, okay? They're on opposite sides or they're on same sides. It's just now you don't have a single number to solve for, okay? Can I scroll? Bree writing?
Yeah. I didn't get 13.
Okay, remind me, I'll go back to it. Okay, 17, same sides or opposite sides?
Same side.
Same sides, which means what?
180.
They add up to 180. So you could take this one plus this one, and it's going to equal 180. So we got 50 plus 13x plus 13 equals 180. Okay, so what do we do first? The letters go to the left and the numbers go to the right. Or you can combine like terms first. Okay, so a 13 and a 15 is going to give me what? Or 13 and 15?
63.
63, thank you. So I got 13x plus 63, we got that from those two, equals 180. And that looks like something familiar you've worked with 1,000 times. Okay, what needs to get moved? 13x plus 63 equals 180.
The 13. Oh, wait, the plus 63.
The plus 63, so I'm gonna say minus 63, minus 63. So I got a 13x equals 180 minus 63 is gonna be 117. You alright?
And then what do we divide?